Happening now, the Chautauqua County Fair is called off once again. We speak with the organizers who say New York's lack of reopening guidance is to blame. Plus, speeding motorcyclists are raising concerns for some Jamestown residents.
Well, we have a chance for a few more rain showers and maybe a few thunderstorms this afternoon that could be strong. We'll time it out next as the news at noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
The Chautauqua County Fair will not take place this summer. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. President of the Chautauqua County Fair Board of Directors, Dave Wilson, tells WNY News Now that lack of guidance from New York State is to blame. Last week, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that the state fair will happen this summer, however, failed to mention guidance for county fairs. Those guidelines Wilson was looking for.
Nobody feels worse than the Chautauqua County Fair Board. We feel bad because there's a lot of lives and vendors that depend upon us. There's a lot of people that look forward to coming, the exhibitors, the farm families. It's not fair to the vendors that come that may have a chance to go to some other state for the same day that they're supposed to show up for us. And we didn't want to be the ones that said, well, wait and see, and all of a sudden that we have to cancel.
Wilson says he hopes other local fairs can get guidance from the state to hold their festivals this summer. The president hopes that the community understands his reasoning behind the decision. This is the second year the fair has been canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Wilson says he's optimistic the fair will take place next year. Right now, that's scheduled to happen July 18th through the 24th. Well, the search for a missing autistic Olean man is underway. Olean police tell us 22-year-old Cole Geis was last seen Sunday around 10 o'clock. Geis is 6'5", weighs 215 pounds, and is verbal. It's not clear what he was wearing when he disappeared. However, investigators say it might have been a gray zip-up hoodie with the word Echo on the front of it. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call police at 716-376-5677. The number again is 716-376-5677. Well, more than 40% of adults in the U.S. are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's the latest data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at this hour. But what about kids? When can they get their shot too? As Britt Conway reports, for some, it could be as soon as next week.
Ready?
This is just trying to beat the virus, try to get everything back to normal.
For Ben Dropic, that meant taking part in a Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine trial for kids 12 to 15 years old. And now, a federal government official tells CNN the Food and Drug Administration is ready to extend its emergency use authorization for that vaccine by early next week. Moderna's president says that company is aiming to have its vaccine authorized for kids 12 and up by this summer. And Novavax has just expanded its phase 3 trial for the same age group. For younger kids, Pfizer and Moderna are both testing on children as young as 6 months and expect to ask the FDA for emergency use authorization for those ages later this year.
I try my best.
Teeing up President Joe Biden's suggestion that kids should be back in the classroom by this fall. Getting there won't be easy.
It's going to take a truly coordinated effort to achieve both the rollout of COVID-19 vaccine in adolescents and a rapid catch-up of routine vaccinations.
But health experts say it's crucial.
If we don't immunize that group, that's going to leave a big part of the population that's susceptible to the virus and be able to continue on the pandemic.
If we keep vaccinating Americans, I think by July 1st, you're going to see much of America feel close to normal.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. As of last check, over 52,000 people have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Chautauqua County. Well, as the weather starts to improve, motorcyclists will be out in the city of Jamestown. That's raising concerns for some residents. City residents are concerned that motorcycle owners will operate at excessive speeds throughout the city streets. Multiple Jamestown City Council members, in fact, raised those points during its work session meeting last night. after they say they've spoken with various residents about the issue. Police Chief Tim Jackson says his department will increase their enforcement of motorcycle speeding over the next several weeks. He tells the community that it's important that they also help with enforcement.
It's important for the city residents to remember to call when this is happening. Due to our call volume, sometimes it's very difficult to get there, but we're doing the best we can, and I can say we will be putting out extra patrols for that.
Now, the subject was discussed after an email was sent from a group of residents that reside on East Coden Place and Myers Avenue expressing concerns of motorcycle speeding and children riding motorcycles without helmets. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below, or simply send us a wave. It's good to see Chris. Great to see Lisa. Good afternoon to Kimberly, Ryan, Pam, Raymond, and Jill as well. Raymond chiming in here. I think this is an important note to make. He says Erie County Fair and Hamburg are bypassing the Chautauqua County Fair altogether. And I know that, I believe your comment, Raymond, is that the Erie County Fair does have plans to hold some sort of fair festival, but they're still working on further details. And that's exactly what the state said last week. If you remember, on Tuesday, we spoke with Chautauqua County Fair officials who said they weren't sure what was going to happen. They were waiting for more from the governor, and a week after his announcement that fairs could have a go-ahead, still no word officially yet as to what they had to do, so the fair couldn't hold out any longer and they had to cancel this year's festivities. Good to see Tristan and good to see Chris as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. Well, now let's switch gears a bit and get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by with that. And Dakota, right now, it looks like some of the clouds are starting to move in. I know we got a chance for a few storms this afternoon.
Yes, we do. And the sunshine is kind of gone. And of course, today's going to be the last warmest day, and then temperatures kind of go downhill from here. But you can see how the clouds have kind of sucked in again over the Chautauqua Institution. We've had a few light rain showers falling here at this camera. Right near Chautauqua Lake, there is a few light little rain showers. Tomorrow, we have storm spotter training coming up at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and it is online from the National Weather Service at Buffalo. To register, go to weather.gov/BUF/Skywarn to register. It's free to attend. Anybody from 8 to 88 can get trained, and we highly recommend it. We need more spotters. Again, it's only spotters that see down at the ground. We need more of them, especially now since we're coming up into the severe weather season. Just a few little light rain showers have moved through this morning. This is over the past 5 hours, and again, these have just been little on again, off again, little light rain showers. Nothing too bad, but there will be a chance for a few more showers this afternoon. Maybe a couple embedded thunderstorms. We'll show you that a little bit later on. 62 was the high yesterday. 56 is where we started the day. 88 and 21 are the record highs and lows. So through the afternoon, scattered showers taper through the afternoon. We may see a few peaks of sunshine basically early this afternoon, then storms fire up later this afternoon. Could be a bit stronger later in the afternoon. 67 to 75 with a west wind 7 to 16 miles per hour. We'll time out that strong to severe thunderstorm chance this afternoon. And then rain, and more rain. We'll talk about it with that 7-day forecast later in the show, Justin.
All right, Dakota, we'll be looking towards that forecast. Thank you. Well, a bill that would extend New York's moratorium on evictions is headed to the governor's desk. The state Senate and Assembly passed legislation that extends that COVID-19 emergency eviction moratorium last night. The bill protects tenants and small business owners from being evicted under certain circumstances. If signed into law by Governor Andrew Cuomo, the extension would run through August 31st. And a bill to hold internet service providers accountable by making broadband a utility here in New York is now heading into discussions. New York State Capitol correspondent Karina Capabianca with more on what that would mean for us, the consumer.
New Yorkers deserve accountability and connectivity when it comes to broadband.
Bill sponsors Assemblywoman Neely Rosick and Senator Sean Ryan say the pandemic has highlighted the need for reliable internet, but that current regulations don't hit the mark because broadband isn't considered a utility like gas, water, or electric.
We would never accept this type of service from the electric company. Imagine if you were sitting at your dining room table and the lights didn't work. No one says, oh, well, it looks like a lot of people are using electricity today.
Senate sponsor Sean Ryan says treating broadband as a utility will allow the Public Service Commission to have oversight and ensure consumer protection. He says that's critical when it comes to reliability, public safety, and data collection. Providers would need to submit information to the PSC about reliability, an emergency preparedness plan, as well as pricing and adoption of data collection information.
Other items that we hope the PSC would regulate are things like outages and how much time you have to get service back up and running, and then what the recourse is for the consumer if your services aren't running.
Both lawmakers believe there's a good chance the bill will pass by the end of session. The New York State budget also included a mandate on internet service providers to offer $15 per month internet to low-income households, as well as money for the PSC to examine and map broadband. In Albany, Karina Capabianca.
Karina, thank you. Here in Jamestown, Mayor Eddie Sundquist has been mulling the idea of creating a municipal broadband network, which would be the first of its kind in New York State. Well, next, how long a Jamestown man will spend behind bars in connection with a December burglary. And later, we have the deets about a Mother's Day fundraiser that aims to raise money for a local library's construction project. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
The George Barone Jr. Scholarship Fund is hosting its first annual Rummage and Bag Sale fundraiser. An inductee in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Barone managed, coached, and assisted in youth baseball for 64 years in and around the Jamestown area. 100% of proceeds generated will be donated, which will provide scholarships to graduating Southwestern Central School seniors who partake in athletics. Learn more by checking out the scholarship on Facebook and joining us for the fundraising event.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Honest Jones has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Chautauqua County officials are joining a national movement to raise awareness about mental health. County Executive P.J. Wendell declared May Mental Health Awareness Month in a video yesterday. First observed in 1949, Mental Health Awareness Month aims to educate the public about mental health, providing support for those with mental illness and combating stigmas surrounding the disease.
And I encourage all residents and organizations in Chautauqua County to commit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of mental health and the steps our citizens can take to protect their mental health and the need for appropriate and accessible services for all with mental health conditions.
Now, the county's Department of Mental Hygiene is also launching a social media campaign to highlight both local and national resources available to benefit community members. The agency has chemical dependency clinics in Jamestown and Dunkirk to help those struggling. Well, a 31-year-old Jamestown man has been sentenced in connection with a December burglary of a Windsor Street home. The Chautauqua County District Attorney's Office says that Mark Barnhart was sentenced yesterday to 2.5 to 5 years intermediate after pleading guilty to third-degree burglary. Jamestown police arrested the man following a reported residential break-in last December. Responding officers say the man was located a short distance away from the scene in possession of items linked back to the home. And a 63-year-old Dunkirk man died after his pickup truck was hit by a train yesterday. New York State police tell us that William Miller's truck was struck by a CSX train on Temple Road in the town of Dunkirk between Route 5 and Willow Road. The force of that collision, troopers say, pushed the truck down the tracks a half a mile east of Temple Road. The train was hauling 3 tankers at the time. Police say Miller was the only occupant of the vehicle involved. Troopers are still investigating what specifically caused the collision. After more than a year of limited travel, or in some cases no travel at all, a record number of people are gearing up to go on vacation or visit their loved ones, even if it means bringing the hand sanitizers and masks. And that demand is starting to rise prices. That's whether you're traveling on the road or in the sky. Mandy Gaither takes a closer look in today's Consumer Watch.
With COVID-19 cases down in much of the U.S., that travel boom experts have been predicting is here, and it's not even summer yet. A record number of people are driving and flying places.
As more and more Americans get vaccinated, there's just a larger consumer confidence in terms of travel, and we're seeing that already.
And gas prices are soaring. Monday's national average price for a gallon of gasoline is $2.90. According to AAA, that's up 1 cent from last week. For comparison, 1 year ago, the price was $1.78.
It's still different, right? We're still traveling with masks. We're still traveling with hand sanitizer, cleaning supplies, calling ahead to understand if there are restrictions in place. But when it comes to the volume of people traveling, that's definitely going to feel more normal than we have seen in the past year.
People are also taking to the skies. On Sunday, the TSA screened more than 1.6 million people across U.S. airports, nearly 10 times higher than a year ago.
If you're flying, you should not expect an empty plane these days. The TSA screening about 65% of passengers from pre-pandemic, which is pretty high considering there's almost no international flights today.
TSA has reported more than 1 million daily screened passengers since March 11th. Travel experts say several things are behind the increase in travel, including more people getting vaccinated and new CDC guidelines making people feel safer traveling. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, Mandy, thank you. The TSA is preparing for an increase in travel during the summer as well. In February, the agency announced it was looking to hire 6,000 new officers by July. We'll break out the lightsabers, and may the 4th be with you today. It's National Star Wars Day, after all. It's a day for Star Wars fans like myself to celebrate all things pertaining to a galaxy far, far away. So how was May 4th claimed by Star Wars fans? Well, it originated in Toronto back in 2011 with a trivia game and costume contest. You can celebrate the day by showing off your lightsaber skills or maybe your best Wookiee impression on social media using the hashtag National Star Wars Day. I love it. Should I do my Wookiee impression right now, Dakota? What do you think?
Sure, go ahead.
You think
It's
it'll
just us
take
girls.
my career?
Sure.
I do it all the time. My girlfriend's parents' dog, that's quite the relationship. Girlfriend's parents' dog hates it. But here's my best Chewie.
Oh, you mean like Chewbacca?
Yeah, my Wookiee.
Oh, yes.
He's a
yes.
Wookiee.
Well, you see, I'm not
I've been a Star Wars nerd
fan,
my whole life, so I love it. I love it. Everything about it.
And I mean, you know, I've mentioned before about how it's weird because I'm a weather nut, a tech nut. You think I would be a Star Wars guy, but
no, you know
I'm
what?
not.
Instead, you're a golfer. It's just as cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Just as cool.
Yeah,
Hopefully everybody's having a good day.
The boring
good to
guy.
See, Jason, Christine, and Joe as well. Thanks so much for tuning in here on the show. It's not just National Star Wars Day, but it's also a pretty cool day weather-wise, because I know last week, was it last week, where you were raising awareness about the importance of storm spotters, and
a few weeks ago,
maybe.
I think,
yeah, it's all a blur. But
that's what happens when you get old, right, Jay?
Right, I know. It's just every story is the same. No, I'm just.
You see,
that's
here's
horrible.
the thing. You see, I mention all the time the news people never pay attention to the weather. Justin is over at the anchor desk. When I'm over on this green wall pouring out my heart and my soul, Justin over here is falling asleep during the weather.
No.
He's drooling all over himself.
No, I
he
love
doesn't
the
even know
weather.
where he is half the time.
No,
I mean, it's just like, you know.
I love the weather. Okay, I love it. I love everything you do. I appreciate your forecast. It's just sometimes I get pulled away. They're talking to me. They're telling me, oh, we're going to do this instead of that. And it's like, you know how it is. You work during my newscasts.
That's
right?
true.
You know,
That's true. I finished stuff over here.
Right.
But,
And it always comes out really great, just like this next graphic.
yes,
talking
this
about-
graphic we threw together very quickly, and it came out very well today. Is National Weather Observers Day. Now, not to be confused with National Weather Persons Day, which happens in March. This has to do with people who are basically weather observers, CoCoRa's reporters, storm spotters, all of you guys who are storm spotters who relay reports to the National Weather Service.
And we love you. We thank you for
we
it.
thank you for it, because if it's not for you, yes, this little guy right here, if it wasn't for you out there looking at storms,
Is that
being
Sean?
safe.
Is that Sean? Is that
No, it is not Sean.
Oh,
but I don't
I
even know
see.
who this is, but it's just a little
it came with the graphic system.
Yes. So anyway, but anyway, for the storm spotters, we thank you, and today is a great day to recognize all of you, and also that storm spotter training tomorrow as well. Good day to get out and get trained, because we need more of them. Look at the rainfall here. 5.47 inches is the current rainfall for the spring season, but look at how much rain we've had just since last month. 3.76 inches. That's 69% of the seasonal total just since the 1st of April. So we're making up for those lost raindrops, and we've got some more rain on the way today, tomorrow. Thursday will be a nice day. Then we get into some more rain showers on Friday, but at least the first half of the weekend looking mainly dry. Severe weather, once again, there is a enhanced risk across portions of the deep south. There's actually numerous severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings down here already, but already for us, we are under a low-end marginal risk. That is a level 1 on a scale of 1 to 5. It's the lowest end severe weather threat, and the threat is looking very minimal, but there is a minimal risk that a couple storms this afternoon could be strong to severe, and the main threat is mainly going to be strong gusty winds, maybe some large hail at times, and maybe some heavy downpours. But again, strong damaging winds will be our main threat with the isolated storms this afternoon. Lots of clouds downtown right now from the top of the DoubleTree Hotel. 63 degrees right now with a south wind of 6, and notice the dew point starting to creep up towards 60. It's starting to feel a little, what's the word? Humid. Yes. Spring and summer, we're starting to get that stickum back into the air. And of course, the humidity is part of the thunderstorm development. Of course, you know, you learn that in storm spotter training. So here we go with the radar. These are just these few little showers that are out near Mayville right now. Nothing too big. This is not rain right here. This is the wind farm that's in Arkwright. Of course, the wind turbine is close to the radar beam. So the radar beam's bouncing off the wind turbines right here. So that's what that is. That is not precipitation. And you can see right here, look at all the lightning strikes over here. Over 4,000 lightning strikes, mainly from this area right here. There's a tornado watch, that's the yellow box, severe thunderstorm watches down to the south. So another active day for severe weather down there. But around here, not so active. But a couple thunderstorms are possible. Notice Future Scan pops up the idea of a couple of these isolated cells, and this is what we have to watch, are these isolated cells popping up. And it looks like the better chance for this is going to be from the state line further to the south. That seems to be the agreement with the model guidance. But even with that, I wouldn't rule out the chance of a couple stronger storms further to the north across the state line. So watch out for that this afternoon. A few showers continue through this evening and especially into tonight. A few more showers tomorrow. And then by the time we head to Thursday, we should dry out with partly sunny skies, and Thursday should be a nice day. How about the future? Next 7 days right now, 52 tomorrow. Got a pair of 5s for Thursday. That should be the best day of the week. More rain returns on Friday, 51. Saturday should be a nice day with partial sunshine. I'm sorry, moms, I got to bring in a chance for a few more rain showers on Sunday, and then rain continues on Monday with temperatures close to 60. We will take a break and be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
Slow down. Slow down and move over.
Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights.
Vests.
please give us some room.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
To save you.
Despite the danger.
This danger is real.
Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
Move over.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Well, those looking for a last-minute Mother's Day meal will have their opportunity this weekend, and for a good cause. WNY News Now's Andrew Kane takes a look at the Sunday Chicken Barbecue fundraiser that benefits the Kennedy Free Library's construction project.
We are working with some money from New York State construction grants and some money from Community Foundation, but that's still not covering everything for this project. So, 100% of the proceeds from this fundraiser will go straight towards our construction and making that basement a nice, usable space.
That's Cody Witten, the president of the Board of Trustees for the Kennedy Free Library, who says the money raised from this dinner will help fund the project, installing a new elevator and an accessible bathroom. It will also double the library's usable square footage for public events.
We do have a conference room upstairs, but it's very limited on space. So even our board meetings, we've been having to meet in the basement just because that's the space to be able to spread out. So yeah, having that space down there for the community is going to be perfect moving forward with still keeping social distancing rules.
Even if one can't come out to the fundraiser, Witten says there are other ways you can help.
The value of the library is limitless. And I really think that even if you can't come out to the barbecue dinner and you still want to help the library, send us a donation. Anything is acceptable, small, medium, large, whatever. Come use the library. Check books out. Come check movies out, because those circulation statistics, they help us when we try to get funding from other places to prove that, we're valued, we're being used.
Andrew Kane, WNY News Now.
Andrew, thank you. Those interested in purchasing a dinner can visit the Falcon's Nest in Falconer starting at noon Sunday. The $13 meal includes a half barbecued chicken, macaroni salad, baked beans, and a dinner roll. It's recommended that you call the library in advance to reserve your spot, though. You can do that at 716-267-4265. We have more information now at WNYNewsNow.com. Certainly great to see the community always coming together to benefit some great causes. And I just really quickly, before the end of the show, I want to thank Andrew for his time with us. He is started back in January, part of a working internship that we offer here at WNY News Now to help college students. He's in grad school right now. And he's now going to our friends over at WENY coming up later this year. So congratulations to him. This was the last day we had him, and we appreciate all that wonderful stories that he's been able to provide for our community. And even though he's moving on to a different part of New York State, we're still very much thankful for him to be here. And he'll always have a little bit of Jamestown with him wherever he goes.
And I mean, I think when one of the greatest meteorologists of all times, at least in the modern era, James Spann, he works with interns at his TV station. And one of the things he's talked about before is when he works with interns and he sees his former interns going on and doing great things. Like one of his former interns was Ginger Z, the chief meteorologist at ABC News. Yeah, she was an intern with Spann back in 2000.
Speaking of Spann,
yes,
is he live right now?
Yes,
for the weather people that we love.
Yes, we've got
you got him pulled up.
Severe weather going on
Serious
right there.
stuff.
So There's Span the Man. I probably shouldn't show this because it's
ABC
not
3340 could
owner,
get us a copyright
because
strike.
We're not owned by the same company as his TV station.
We sorry.
So, yes.
All right, that's going to do it for us.
Just add a demerit onto my permanent record.
Yeah, we'll just take it out of your contract, whatever they charge us.
Okay, all right.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. We'll leave you with this live look over downtown Jamestown. Have a great day. Dakota and I are back tomorrow right here at noon.